Hello, everyone, and welcome to Aquatic Park today. We are looking at the crossing of the Silk Road. So how did it happen? It happened through basic yoga that we do now. It happened through Qigong, which is a stretching idea. And it happened through breath alignment and through T'ai Chi Chih, most recently. T'ai Chi Chih is based on ancient wisdom. So Justin Stone was taught by Wen-Shan Huang in the 60s and early 70s, and the book for the practice of T'ai Chi Chih came out in 1976. So that's what we're doing. And now we're going to begin with some breathing and Qigong. Inhale into the belly, ribcage, upper chest. Exhale down through 3 centers: the head, the heart and lungs, and the abdomen. The essence of Qigong is to bring our alignment and our breath and our movement together. And T'ai Chi Chih is under the umbrella of Qigong. So we'll be doing that too. So here's an expansion breath. And here's a contraction breath. The spine stays long as you do this. So the crown of the head at the back of the spine connects all the way down to the tailbone. We also call that the Ming Men area. So as we do this beautiful expansive movement from Qigong, we're connecting our breath with the movement down to the abdomen. Through the crown of the head, through the heart and lungs as we begin the exhale, and through the abdomen as that energy moves back to the tailbone. I like to do this triple burner movement 9 times because it takes a while to slow down, to come to the continuity we need, the circularity, or in effect, the circulation that we need, that we get through the chi when all this comes together. And the sense of the intrinsic energy that is built by slowness, continuity, circularity, and moving through the center, even seated. So let's do a couple more now. And last one. That's our first primary move in Qigong. The second one is Buddha picks up the earth. Notice how my palms are a little bit above here, but my shoulders are not raised. It's almost like we talk about this kind of expansion in yoga. So we're going to start here. Exhale down. Inhale up through the center body. Turn the palms upside down. Exhale out. And return a very slow exhale back to the center. Buddha picks up the earth. Feel that nostril breathing as you exhale. If they're open, your nostrils will take this with you, and you'll feel a long, expansive exhale here. If your nostrils are not open, you can also release the jaw and breathe in through your mouth and nose. And for some people, that's much more comfortable. That's also called the Qigong breath. Three more of Buddha picks up the earth. And you'll notice how you'll probably need a glass of water nearby. If you don't have one, get one. The next move we'll do seated today, either seated or standing, is picking up a feather over here and letting it go. And as the feather drops down, the palm flattens. Watch watch it with your eyes as it goes. That eye movement with the hand movement is powerful. You may never have truly seen the walls in your apartment or house or outside. But in this movement, if you follow the touch of the index finger with the with the thumb, you'll feel that as you watch, and as you watch the hand move down, there's something that happens with the eyes. It's a connection. It's a connection of the chi or prana, your intrinsic energy that helps to make you more joyous, that helps you to be more aware visually and mentally. And this beautiful picking up a feather and letting it go is one aspect we could explore. Feel it. Now, as you come back to the center for the accordion, bring the palms are like this. They're straight up and down. They're facing each other. You're going to come out from the breast area, right from the sternum area, and you're going to inhale here, expanding your ribs. And as you contract the ribs or you exhale, feel how they are not as expansive. Feel that inhale as you expand your center body and your exhale as you contract it. And also feel how your spine does not need to drop. You want to practice this long spine. This is a great exercise for that. The accordion. And notice how you really breathe into your back when you do this. Your low back. Here's the exhale. Your low back will fill as you inhale. And you might feel it all the way up to under your armpits. One more. Okay, very good. All right, so with that, we're going to stand, and if you want to take a sip of water, this is a good time. Place your stool somewhere else where it won't be in your way. Or if you're going to use it for the practice, that's also fine. Hydration, totally important. Like everything else in this practice, drink slowly. First, we're going to look at rocking motion in a moment here. Feeling the inhale and exhale. And perhaps that your feet are in a slight V here. However you're built will determine where your knees track. You really actually want them, hopefully, to track over your big toe and the toe next to it. That big toe is called the great toe because there's a connection there that's made with the knees, the hips, and the ankles and the toe. But we don't want to go beyond it. So when you drop down with the knees in the middle here, just drop down a little because there's a bit of sinking and rising in this move. And notice how we also are relaxing the palms as we move in a figure 8. Here's the top of the 8. Here's the middle of it. And here's where we pick it up from the ground. And notice the breath. Here's the inhale. Slow inhale and a slow exhale. And eventually the body begins to slow down and want even more of that inner awareness. That inner awareness is the essence of Qigong and the essence of yoga and the essence of Tai Chi Chih. One more of rocking motion. Coming back to center. Our next move is called Bird Flaps Its Wings. You'll inhale here. Your feet are in a V. And as you exhale, the palms will move out like wings. The heels lift. Feel the weight shift into the front of the feet. And on your third flap, the palms come forward and circle once. And inhale back to lengthen the body. Sinking and rising with the breath. Last one. Beautiful. Now we inhale to close the movement by grounding through the earth, taking the breath up towards our heart or middle dantian, middle energy center is what that's called, sinking it down. And to prepare for our next move, let's do a couple of weight shifts across. The whole body is moving towards this energy center here, which is where the knee is bent, and it's going to move back to the other side. And notice how the crown of the head does not drop in the middle. So if you can really feel like you're just being held by a string up here, you'll find that that enables you to really feel a side-to-side weight shift that is very beautiful for your body. All right, so now we get over to this side. We're going to bring our left heel forward. This is the yan leg over here. That's the strong leg. And this leg has almost no weight in it. And at this point, we drop the heel forward and we're ready to go with around the platter. Around the platter is in chest high water. Inhaling forward towards me and exhaling back towards the wall behind you. Gliding through the center. As you come forward, the back heel lifts a little bit. As you come back, the front toe. We do each time on this left and then the right side, 9 numerically, which follows the ancient wisdom of Chinese numerology. Let's do 4 more here. See if you can glide through the middle and then release the toe. Glide through the middle, then release the heel. That slows us down. And 1 more. Beautiful. Bring the foot back in. Now you're in rider on horse position. It's suggestive from Qigong that you're really actually riding on a horse here. And now you're going to bring the weight over to the left side. So this leg is now yan. From the rider on horse position, just release this leg forward. Now this forward leg is in a position to move forward, and the back leg is at a 45-degree angle. All right, good. Now let's start the arms moving outside of that right knee and back. Sometimes you'll find that your body balance is better on one side than the other. So taking the time to set your grounding on the opposite leg and then release the yin leg or feminine leg really helps to ground you all the way through as you build your balance on both sides of the body. You're now on your right leg forward, and the hands are moving outside that leg, and then back to the other side. When that happens, you're actually connecting both your right hemisphere of the brain and your left through movement. So it has an effect that we call mind, body, spirit work or play. And last one on your right side. And inhale to ground it through the earth. Sink it in on the exhale. Shift towards your right side and prepare for a round the platter variation, picking up a ball of energy by your left shoulder and dropping it center on the exhale. Nine times. That's 3. Notice how the body's already is beginning to slow down. This is a beautiful circularity move. There's a circle here that in the center of the circle in the front, when those fingers drop onto the chest-high water, you're sending the energy back towards your back leg. Right there. Feel that energy change? That's your slow exhale back. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Bring the foot back in. Inhale to sink it into the earth. Shift to the opposite side towards your left. Release your right. And prepare your around the platter variation on this side by picking up the ball of energy at your right shoulder, releasing its center, and staying in your chest-high water concept here, or right at the sternum, right there. Breathing in, breathing out. Two more. Bring that foot back in. Inhale and release. Double ground it. Even with your grounding, feel that the wrists, the fingers, the elbows, everything's beginning to relax. Now shifting towards your right, bring your left heel forward and prepare your drum. Bass drum is the name of this movement. And the palms are in polarity, meaning the centers of the palms as they face each other establish a certain energy connection that you can feel on your inhale here and that you release on your exhale as you move back. So feel that. And begin to feel the joy of this because it really is joyous. Forget everything else. For this 1 hour, you are doing a moving meditation. Let's do 2 more of these on your left side. And feel the energy as it begins to, off of the drum, connect all the way around your body, bringing the elbows back and the hips. And sink it into the ground, single grounding. Exhale here. Resting momentarily on globes of energy. shifting your weight towards the left to bring the right forward for bass drum right side. Remembering that your back foot's in a 45-degree angle to the front. Good. Feel the rim of the drum here. It's soft. It connects to your fingertips. It connects to the middle of the palms. Feel that inhale. Feel this beautiful exhale that moves energy all around your body on the sides of it. Three more. Last one. Bass drum comes to a graceful conclusion. Inhale and sink it through the earth. And enjoy the double grounding that we get to do as we inhale towards the heart and sink it down towards the feet, but rest here, right at the low dantian on globes of energy. Our next moves are double. There's companion move with daughter on the mountaintop called daughter in the valley. We start here with your left heel coming forward and move forward, and your left hand and mine come down the center meridian here, central meridian. And you can just take your fingernail of your thumb of your left hand and bring it right down through the center. Then you'll remember that your left hand in this move is closest to the heart. And that's true of all meditations. The purpose is to stimulate the connection between the brain and the heart through slowness and forgetting all our troubles. Last one on your left of daughter on the mountaintop. She's climbing up the mountain, and now she's going to climb up the mountain on the other side. So prepare with your arms stretched out here, welcoming the mountains. Shift over to the left, release the right heel, and join the party of the hands doing the same thing again. Shaping the mountains at the top, almost like a heart, with your left hand behind. Notice the two mountains on the top and how we come down through the central trail shapes a heart. Two more of daughter on the mountaintop, and then we'll move into daughter in the valley next. So you've climbed the mountain, the joyous mountain, and now you're coming down through the center. Beautiful. Sink it into the earth. Inhale first. Now shift right to bring your left foot forward and prepare your climb down from the mountain. So here you are, hit the tops of the mountain here. You're looking over it, and now you're going to exhale down and come through the valley for daughter in the valley. And as you come forward, you are inhaling or taking the breath in And here you're letting the breath go. There's your exhale. You can also say to yourself, I am breathing in. I am breathing out. And that will slow down your breath and your movement when you connect that to the weight shift. One more. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Beautiful. We bring that foot back. We ground it through the earth here. Let's take another breath into the heart first. Your middle dantian or energy center, and sink it down. Shift the energy and the weight towards your left foot and prepare daughter in the valley on the right side. Coming forward to me in the inhale, going back on the exhale, glide through the middle. Just think of everything as in slow motion. Like in a dream. Two more. Last one. The companion moves of daughter in the mountaintop, on the mountaintop, and daughter in the valley have come to a graceful conclusion. We'll double ground this and then triple ground it. Inhale here to the heart. Sink it down slowly on the exhale towards your feet. And then bring it up over the head. With the days that we have that are full of sunlight. And look up a little bit here in gratitude, and then sink it down slowly. All we have really is each day. We never know when there will be another, so let's do this again. It's so beautiful. Inhale slowly to your heart. Exhale down. Inhale towards your head, your highest energy center. Really slowly, and sink it down. And then in gratitude, bring it to the sun. Even if it's not here, we can imagine it. The upper spine moves back just a little bit to embrace that vision upside, up there. We all know what it looks like. And let's shake it out for a moment. This is part of Qigong, to shake from the feet up. Remember, if you need water, because we're moving slowly, feel free to get it. Okay, let's ground again. And we next come into our beautiful move of carry the ball to the side. So we'll come over here a little bit. You'll need 3 weight shifts over that way. So here we go. Inhaling to your right. Now shift into this leg here, your right leg. Release your left heel out there, yin leg, yang leg here. And now shift over with that weight. 3 times. Carrying it as if you were sliding on a grand piano stool. Sink it. Inhale it. Shift, 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 shift. You notice how we're not dropping the head at all. It's all level. That's because we release the knees at the beginning and we stay released here a little bit. Moving across on your piano stool, you're right on the edge of that stool. So don't sit back too far or your buttocks will stick out, okay? So just come here, release. Beautiful. And one more this way. Beautiful. Notice how level we are. Doesn't it feel good? Inhale, and now we rise, and now we sink. And the sinking is just a little bit of just release of those knees. That's all, okay? Let's go back. Wind up. Let that yin leg move out, move towards it. It becomes yang, and the other leg becomes yang. 3 times. Now inhale to lengthen and sink. Second cycle here. Beautiful. And third cycle. And sink it into the earth. Double ground it right here. Now come back to the center point, whatever that is in your room. And we'll prepare for our next move, starting, remember, with your rider on horse position, with your feet out in a V a little bit here. Solid connection of the heels, hips, knees, and even the shoulders, all of that connected. Good. Now we're ready to shift into the right leg for the left leg to come forward for push, pull. Pushing the energy out on the exhale, inhaling it back to the heart. In an ellipse, it's said to be football shape here. So bring the fingers up good and then release them coming back on the inhale. This is the only move that's marked as an exhale forward. So makes sense because you're pushing something like energy. And then you're bringing it back to your heart. Sometimes called giving and receiving energy. We'll do 4 more here. Feel that softness of the breath as it comes through the nostrils. And as it affects the belly, and the belly seems to want to pull in. And then release. Last one here. Push-pull comes to a semi-conclusion. We're between sides. Sink it. Shift it to the right, to the left, sorry, and bring your right forward. Push, pull. As the elbows release here, they don't quite completely straighten, so leave some room for them to have the energy move through the circle that's happening here. It's almost pillow shape. There's the seam of the pillow, and here's where you come back. Over the top of it. Two more. Of push, pull. You're still on your right side. Beautiful. Return the foot. Inhale and sink it all through the earth. Double ground it. The next move we do is called pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe. You'll be doing a circle like this, but the palms will be up. The energy's coming in through the fingers. Feel that inhale and feel this exhale back. Really feel like you draw this energy in from that star. Feel the inhale forward and the exhale back, and feel what's happening with your fingers. There's something happening there, right? That's the chi we're building, or energy. Two more on your left side. Take it in, enjoy that energy, and now ground it through the earth as we move to the other side. Single grounding, shifting towards the left to release the right heel, pulling in the energy from the most distant star in the universe. Notice how you're moving outside that knee that's forward and then back to the other side. All your connections here are moving across the brain. You might feel more of an inhale on this right side and an exhale on the other side as it moves across the nostrils. Let's do two more here. Last one. Holding in the energy comes to a graceful conclusion. Double ground it. You've returned to rider on horse position here, so give yourself some grounding a bit space to really feel this. And then take it a third time up beyond the head and all the way down slowly on the exhale. And we'll take one moment to drink some water here, and then we'll continue with our taffies. Grounding. Left hand comes under the right elbow. Your left leg comes out here, and you're going to shift across. Basic taffy. There's connection between the palms, even though they don't touch. That is propelled by the weight shift across. So shift across slowly and release that underneath palm, which will move up. And the top palm will move down to support the back leg, this one down here. We're going to do two more here. and come back to the center. And sink it into the earth. Double grounding, basic taffy. Our first variation is called anchor taffy. You'll anchor your right foot, which is this one, and you'll bring your left forward with taffy. And then after that, you ground it, and then you come to the left. Anchor taffy. Notice how the back foot here doesn't move until now it pulls in. Then that other foot comes forward. And the same hand is underneath as the same foot. And then that brings you over to this side. Left hand on your left foot forward. Release the palm. Square the hips. Ground it. And shift to the side. Lots of little elements that come together like a dance. Enjoy it. It's fun. Sink. Pull the taffy forward. Open the hips. Great. And bring it over to the other side. And then feel the sinking and rising in here. There's quite a bit of it. Sink there. Pull forward. Then you're going to inhale to rise. Sink. And then pull it to the side. Let's pull it to the side again. Good. Now with the other hand takes over. Other foot takes over. You ground in the middle. And you ground at the end. Other foot. Side. Forward now. Good. Side. And let's do 2 more sets here, okay? We're having fun with this. And now right hand's over, bringing us over here for you. And we do the last one now. Your left foot comes forward, your left hand's underneath. The guiding hand here, or serving hand, is underneath and saying you need to go this way now. And that's the end. Sink it through the earth, double ground it. Beautiful. This to me is the most joyous part of the practice. I love this part. All right, now we do circles tappy, and you're circling like this. Be sure that you're circling out and then back 3 times, and then we also move across, okay? And sinking and rising is part of this. So sink, rise, sink, rise, sink, stay sinking, and shift to the side. Beautiful. Rise to inhale, sink, rise to inhale, and do it again. And now your right hand comes under to pull you over here to the right. It's your invite hand underneath. Sink, rise, sink. This is the real thing. I'm doing a semi-grounding in the middle, so I know that confuses people, but I like it. There it is. Now you rise to do your 3 circles. And now that hand sweeps under, pulls you over here towards the right. And you need to ground that movement. Inhale it, and then start it again. 1, 2, 3. Good. Left hand comes under, pulling you to the left. Excellent. Sink it. Rise to inhale. You can always do. Then you'll remember where those 3 circles are. Sink. It's a little tricky. 1, 2, 3. We'll make this the last set here. And come back over here. There's a slow exhale, and now the inhale. And sink it through the earth. And we are finished with this. We're going to need a graceful conclusion to this. So let's do that. Which brings us, after circles taffy, to perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Ready? Lift the foot. You have to flex the foot there. And then drop down on your heel. And make sure that you don't tilt your body forward like I just did. You want to stay straight up and down. But you are going across on your piano stool here. So slide across with your buttocks. And don't stick the buttocks out or you'll be hurting your back. You want to really keep that long spine from the tailbone up to the crown of the head, which is the back of the skull. And now you're moving towards your left with the left hand under. Now you're moving towards your right with the right hand under. And notice how you're also doing the heart protector move right across the upper arm and down, and then the other arm and down. Just like you have your blood pressure taken. Same place. Ancient roots coming through the middle of the inside of the arm. This is truly a beautiful move. Okay, come back to center here, and we'll ground it. Inhale it and sink it through the earth. The taffies are done. Basic taffy, anchor taffy, circles taffy, and perpetual motion taffy. And now we need to double ground this because we're going to move into another fun move. This is working the pulley. Your right hand will be underneath the hip here. Your left hand will come forward. Let's double ground. Bring it to your heart on the inhale. Sink it down through the abdomen on your exhale. And do that again so you really feel I am breathing in. I am breathing out. And now we're ready to go. Working the pulley. Left side. Left heel comes forward. And you're going to turn the body a little bit here, but the arm comes straight out from the shoulder. We want to have the turn coming from the hips rather than from the shoulders. Does that make sense? Turn from the hips. It'll bring along the shoulders, but you won't be thinking of bringing that arm across. Just have it come straight out from the shoulder. Straight out from the shoulder. And the hips are doing the work here with a slide of the back ball of the foot and a slide at the front heel. As we always want the hips, the knee, and the ankle to be together. And we'll do 3 more of these on this side, on your left side. And notice how you gutter the hand underneath. So it comes forward here. And then it slides under, bringing that hip back. Then it goes forward again. The other hand is the companion hand. Bring the foot back in, sink it through the earth. Prepare for the other side. Left hand will be under the hip here. See where I am right there? And your right hand will be out from the heart area right here, but coming from the shoulder. And then just bring the right foot forward so that you've got a space here with your traditional 45-degree angle and back. And you're moving from hip, knee, hip, ankle, all the way through to the hand. And sliding on the back ball of the foot and sliding on the front heel. Three more. Can you feel the body breathing? It's breathing with the movement. Let's do one more here. Yeah, good. Almost feels a little bit like badminton. Inhale and sink it through the earth. A very light ball that you're pushing out, I think. Good. And this brings us to light at the top of the head, light at the temple, starting with a V with the feet. Sinking down. Bringing your light to the crown of the head, which is the back of the skull. If you can't reach up there, that's fine. You can alter it. Sink and rise. Beautiful. Bring the palms towards each other now, not touching, but you're going to actually let them make circles here towards each other. 9 times. And then hold the energy on the inhale as you sink and rise again 3 times. And then drop the energy into the earth on the exhale, bringing your left hand close to the heart on the inhale through the central meridian, all the way down through the central body again. And then bring the energy up to your temples. This is light at the temple, feet still in a V. Sink and rise. It's a what if moment. Light at the temple suggests that we think, speak, and action things the same way if we're connected to the light within us. So we turn this 6 to 9 times. I like 9 because it's the noble Chinese number. It's more fun to think that way. And then hold it there. And sink and rise again, and then we'll let it go. Out into the earth and back to your heart on the inhale. And slowly down on the exhale. Feet in a V. Moving into our next joyous breath. Inhale first. Maybe take your hands up here to remember to inhale towards the heart area. Exhale down, everything out. And then inhale quite a bit of air here, coming to the balls of the feet. And you're going to sink down 4 times. Drop on the third. Same cycle, twice more. This is the 4 times. And last one. There's 3 cycles of 4. Beautiful. It's so much fun. It's really a joyous move. You can also do that on ah if you like. which makes it quite dynamic, or any of the vowels, E, A, A, O, U, and it worked great for this. Let's just try ah for fun. Open the mouth, drop the jaw. Inhale. Ah. Okay, did you feel that? It's quite dramatic. Let's try E. Leave the opening for this. E. A. Breathe in. Hey. Aw. Like aw shucks. Aw. And O for open the door. Oh, yeah, we want to open the door to all possibilities, right? So, connect your voice if you like on this. It's fun. Okay, now we do the stillness, just for stillness here. Okay, ready? Now just blow out. One more time, blowing it out. Good. A fun concept to change it up sometimes. And now we're going to move into passing clouds. One hand will be facing the earth, the other will be towards heaven. You're going to inhale across. And then release the other hand to almost touch the elbow here. You're essentially doing a figure 8 again, which we know is the infinity symbol that was so important to Chinese medicine and is now the symbol also for Western medicine. Health is like passing clouds. Sometimes they're gray, sometimes they're beautiful and fluffy. Life is always changing. With your infinity symbol, you sort of embrace that. So it's sort of beautiful to make this figure 8 here. And maybe even brush your elbow like I'm doing. As although it's a side-to-side weight shift, it also has the elements of front and back. Front, back. And let's make this the last one of passing clouds. Inhaling here, exhaling it. A couple more times. And all the way up to the sun that we always envision is part of our light, with gratitude for the sun. And exhale it down. Six healing sounds are next. And they are, just to make sure that everybody remembers what they are, they're for the heart first, and this will be left hand. Ho! When you move down the body to the below that, you come to the spleen or digestion, and that's hu. When you come to the other side of the body, this is the liver area. It's ho hu tsu, like tsunami. And then when you come to the next part of this, so ho hu tsu, we have sh, which is for the lungs. Sh, like it's like le petit table in French. It's a neutral vowel. Sh. And the next one is she, and that's for the triple heater, and it actually is coming from the perineum between your legs all the way up, and the sound is she, S-H-I. She. Once again, she, that's the sound. It's coming through the whole body, triple heater, 3 dantians. And the last one is for the kidneys, which we know is back here, and that sound is chui. So it's quite vital to be able to connect to the individual organs. So let's do it again. Now we're going to sort of a semi-whisper it. Ho, left side. Hu, right side. Su, sh, lungs. Sh, triple heater. Shi, and the last one for the kidneys. Chui. Okay, you ready? Your left hand, your left foot. Again. And the last one has 5 chuis for the kidneys. And it's a figure 8. Now circling the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites, both directions, and bringing your left heel to your right ankle bone to prepare for cosmic consciousness pose. Bringing the arms up, bringing your left hand closer to the heart than the right hand, looking over the window of eternity and through it. Interlacing the fingers, bringing them overhead. Looking up without raising the neck too much. In gratitude for, we now know, maybe 10,000 years of Qigong, 6 centuries of Tai Chi of all forms, and the work of Wen-Shan Huang, the teacher of Justin Stone, and in gratitude for T'ai Chi Chih, Justin Stone's beautiful practice from 1974. Thank you for your practice and for being here today.